Ahoy toy, welcome to the first transfixed micro review. I'm trying something new. Tonight we're going to take a look at the Robot Paradise Cassetticons pack of Firib, that's clever, Corvus, and Shadow, which of course are Frenzy, Laserbeak, and Ravage. It has the bios on the back. It also has those bios on the cards that it comes with. This is funny. Comes with instructions, comes with 3 of these cases, extra faces for Frenzy. This is the one that it comes with installed. It also comes with this one and this one, which I like. And it comes with these 2 pile drivers, which I'm never going to use because this is Frenzy. And to activate those, they're spring loaded. You press this button here and it snaps out. And then when you push it back in, you have to actually press this back in to lock it back into place. It also comes with the 2 weapons for Frenzy, and they kind of fold up like this, and this folds in here, and then it stores in his leg during transformation, which is nice. They can be held in his hand, or they can store on the back. I wish that they folded into the side, on the inside, instead of like this, because this way it leaves these unsightly channels here in robot mode. Now the overall bot is really nice. I love the paint. The metallic paint is gorgeous. I like that it's heavy. It's mostly metal with just some plastic parts. I thought that the shape of the arms was going to bother me, but in hand it doesn't, and it actually does look pretty cartoon accurate. The legs are more cartoon accurate than the Takara version. The stripe here is more accurate. The color scheme overall, although beautiful, it does not look more like the cartoon. As far as color scheme goes, the official Takara one is more Sunbow cartoon accurate, and the proportions aren't too bad. This one actually gets taller because of the way it transforms. The whole leg can go up to the side of the cassette mode, whereas this guy, when he transforms, the arms are up on top like that, and the legs can only go up this far. So most of the height that the Robot Paradise one gets is because of that leg transformation. Speaking of leg transformation, it is pretty tight. I recommend you get a screwdriver like this and just loosen the screw on the knees if you have that problem. Once I did that, and then tighten it right back up, actually, it transforms more easily. Now the thighs are pinned. This one's very loose on mine. This one's very tight. So that's just a QC thing, I suppose. You may also want to loosen up these shoulder joints if those are tight like they were on my example. I like the legs better, I like the feet better, I like the height and proportions better. The face, I guess I like a little better on this one. Although I love the metallic paint, the color scheme I wish was a bit more close to this, instead of such a high contrast with the dark blue like that. The transformation is fun, and that is it for Frenzy. On to Ravage. Ravage is a much better version than the Takara version. This is not a bad Ravage, but it is not as good as this one. Don't forget to transform the nose. Everybody forgets to transform the nose. And Ravage comes with no accessories. All the accessories are for Frenzy. Lots of metal in this guy too. I like that the head can pivot side to side. Now be careful with this top piece. I think is just pegged on here. You can kind of see a gap in this part of the head here. Press it back down into place to close that gap. So maybe some glue will help. He has a bit of paint inside his mouth, which is nice. Really nice looking cartoon accurate legs here. Good proportions. There's no articulation in the body, which is unfortunate. I don't like these type of little tabs, like the way this unfolds. It has these little locking clips that fold over around the back here. I normally don't like that sort of thing on Transformers, but I don't see any way around it in this case, because otherwise they would have had to put pegs, and the pegs would have prevented it from laying being flat in its cassette mode. So very nice Ravage. The tail just sticks out straight. There's no articulation in the tail, unfortunately, but I guess that's okay. Be careful transforming the tail. For all the metal on this toy, the tail is a very thin plastic for some reason. These little weapon pods here are a little bit small, and because they have to fold over on themselves, there's a bit of a gap here as well. Same with that you'll see on Laserbeak. But overall, it is excellent. I really like this Ravage a lot. And it is also larger than the Takara version. Lastly, we have Laserbeak. Again, nice and heavy. Very nice paint. Although this red I find too dark. I prefer this shade of red. And it's got orange on the bottom for some reason. The shape of the wings, I'm actually not a fan of. This does not look accurate to the cartoon. I also do not like the way these back things fold over on themselves. This is thick arm here it's too far towards the back, which means that it doesn't line up properly. See how the engine pod things here tend to angle inwards? I can't get them to stay straight. The way this little laser transforms, it folds underneath it. The engine part, when you have to transform it, it's a bit fiddly, but it's not too bad. But mainly, I just don't like how it sits on an angle, and it also will not sit flat down on the body of the bird like the Masterpiece one does. The head sculpt is not as accurate to the cartoon as the Takara one is. This looks more like the toy version. It does have the little flip-up camera thing, but it's sort of... I don't like how it's angled like it's down, like it's pointed down at his own head instead of sticking out straight forward. On the Takara one, it's a little better, but it's kind of tiny. At least it does face straight forward, though. The wing shape and body shape are more accurate to the cartoon on the Takara version, especially the wings. The only thing I like better about the fanstoys Robot Paradise one is the feet on this one. They have a different plug to fit onto their acoustic wave. There's a little hole there instead of the slot that there is on the Masterpiece version, so they're not interchangeable. The wings are nicely articulated though. They move back and forth like this. You can pivot them all the way around, and they do have a double hinge here if you want to get them into some sort of folded wing type of pose, which is nice. This one was also very tight for these gray hinges here where the engine's attached. So I did use the same trick of loosening them up with the screwdriver and then just tightening them back up. Not tight per se, just snug it back up after you loosen it, and that helps with the transformation. And those engine pods did scratch the back of Laserbeak during the transformation, I guess when I was trying to press them into place. So be careful of that. So the quality is very nice, but this one I don't think beats the Takara. I like the other two better than Takara, but for Laserbeak, I'm going to be keeping the Masterpiece version, and I don't know what to do with this one. It's good, it's just not cartoon accurate, and that is what I'm looking for. If that's not what you're looking for, then you might be perfectly happy with this one. Fits in the G1. Fits in the G1, although a little bit thick. Fits in the G1. Fits in the Masterpiece. Fits in the Masterpiece. Fits in the Masterpiece. Overall, love it, love it. Good, but I'm sticking with my Hasbro Masterpiece version, and I wish I could get a Rumble to go with him, but I don't want to buy Acoustic Wave for $300. Considering the price of $100 and some odd, this is a good deal, because if you think of it like getting a third-party Legends figure, which costs almost $100, you're getting 3 of these guys that are almost third-party Legends figure in themselves. I hope we can get a Rumble and a Rat Pat separately.